parking lot at Newfound Gap. There you go. We'll be heading that way. Back on the trail. Day 27. I think it's 27. I don't know. I lose track. Anyway. This is the start of the trail on the other side of Newfound Gap. Our shuttle driver says it's a 2.5 mile uphill trail, but at a reasonable grade. So we're going to work on that. Enjoyable stay in Gatlinburg. Shuttle came at 9, brought us up. We're gonna try to make the second shelter. That means we gotta make a 10-mile day, maybe a little more. I don't know, but my pack feels heavier than ever. We got about, we should hit Davenport Gap in about 3 days. On the third day or so, that takes us out of the Smokies. Then from there, I think we got 3 or 4 days to Hot Springs, and we're going to try to do that without taking a day off. Although there is some weather coming in, I think on Saturday, cold weather, but we don't plan on riding it out unless it's really bad. But the nice thing is we'll be near Standing Bear Farm at that time. And since I got to go in and get a package, and we gotta get some resupply. In a pinch, we'll have some place to stay. With that, I'm gonna put some northbound footsteps on my southbound side and get moving northward. This is the trail up from Davenport Gap. As you see, a decent grade, but a lot of rock steps. Thank God for the trail maintainers. Did a nice job here. Set the trail up to withstand, I'm sure, the number of people who come through here is phenomenal. A little wet, but not sloppy. We've been on a continuous up since we got on trail. You can hear the road, or I should say the vehicles on the road. I can't hear the road. To the left, down in that valley down there is the road, following the contours coming up. But I'm going to take you up to these steps, and I'm going to tune out and get back to 100% hiking. And then I'll bring you back in for anything of interest. Saw something in the woods. Came to look. It's a trap. Probably for boar or bear. Interesting. Didn't know what it was at first. I didn't see with my glasses, I couldn't tell. All right. Moving on. Seem to be in the spruce fir forest again. I see a bunch of birches in here mixed in. There's your spruce. There's your fir. Pretty sure I saw a couple hemlocks. Birches. Oh, looks like it's ending over here. But look at how green and lush. All the moss. Amazing. Looks like getting out into an open. More deciduous trees here, but not more spruce on the other side. So it's just a patch of birches. Maybe an old fire spot. Here, look at the log, how even here in the open, how richly covered with moss they are. Lovely. Lovely. Mother Nature, master gardener. There's the firs. Trail's been kind of rolling up and down. It's probably about between 2.5 and 3 miles in. The first shelter we come to will be, I think, ice water shelter. That we're passing up. I'm gonna go to the next shelter. I forget what it is. Let me check this. Yeah, Peck's Corner Shelter. Unfortunately, it's a half a mile off the AT, so we'll see what we're gonna do. And then, but I think we got Charlie's Bunyan coming up right after the ice water shelter. It's a kind of a round outcrop of rock, if I remember correctly, that everyone likes to climb on. So that'll be right after the shelter, and I will bring it to you on Ranger Cam. All right, let me get down this hill, and I'm sure the shelter will be somewhere down here, because usually you go up a rise, over the rise, and dip down before you hit a shelter. Because after you go over the rise, you got to dip down into some little ravine so that there's a water source near the shelter. I just passed ice water shelter a little while ago and got a beautiful view here. That's nice. The clouds lingering at a specific level way in the distance. That's pretty. All right. Got about a half a mile to Charlie's Bunyan, and I'll bring you back to see that. Too close. Oh, wait a minute. I have no explanation for this yellow birch. Maybe you can't get a good look. Wait a minute. There we go. I don't know. I can't explain that unless it was a tall trunk that it grew up on. That's pretty weird legs. Just a little further down from the last shot. Too bad the trees here. But this is beautiful. There's a lake in the distance. Oh, beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna make it to Charlie's Bunyan. Have some lunch there. Climb the rocks like a child. And get going. Alright. Charlie's Bunyan. There's this outcrop of rock here. Look at all the rock on the way. A lot of iron. Interesting. There's the Bunyan that everybody's got to climb up on. Look, there's a waiting line. Get some view shots. Yes, it probably goes back to the trail.
It does, yeah.
I forgot.
Then you lose that part of the trail.
Or is this the trail? That's the bypass? Or is this the bypass?
This is the blue trail. So that's...
Wow, look at that view. Drop down right into that canyon down there. Awesome. Ooh, a little brisket. The view from Charlie's Bunyan.
Yeah,
The last thing I need with a bad knee right now is like slip and die.
It's a beautiful patch of moss. Nice. This is not the best of it yet. Right over here. It's been years, but it does look like polytrichum. As best I remember it. Yeah. This side too. Oh. Side of the hill is opposite Charlie's Bunyan. Ready? Been in this nice evergreen forest for a little while. Some of the conch fungi or bracket fungi on this tree. This one's kind of cool. No gargoyle feet. Keep doing that. Little gargoyle faces and stuff. Now that tree trunk is doomed. I've been hiking since Charlie's Bunyan. Haven't really found I can't say that. Wasn't hungry because I had a candy bar on the Bunyan. Now I'm getting hungry. And I can't find a nice sunny spot to have lunch. But I'm hoping. It's a little late. It's like 1:30, 1:45. Got about 4 miles to go to our shelter. But I think I'm going to stop and eat. You're welcome to join me. This log right over here just might do the trick. Yep. All right.
Good job brushing your teeth, sweetie. All right, I will chat at you later. Okay. All right, love you. All right, bye-bye.
What a nice little canyon, huh?
Yeah.
River down there?
I think it's
Probably,
water,
yeah.
because
Sounds like it.
It's a constant sound, so I'm thinking it is.
That's pretty. So what do you think? We going that way? Or are we going that way?
I think we're going that way. I feel like that way.
This wall of moss goes down 40, 50 yards that way still. And then come here. How far it goes on. Look at this. Mostly made up of one kind. It's like little trees from a HO railroad set. And then over here on this wall, geez, like a totally different kind. Not totally different, but it's not as thick as that one with that one variety. And some polytrichum. Well, moss is only so exciting. So let me move on. Gotta go over a hump, then down to towards the shelter, and then a slight rise before the shelter. Something I hadn't seen before. You notice these little brown things sticking out of that's this polytrichum. Those are the seed pods or the spore pods for the moss. Sends those up, they emit spores, and the moss grows when the spores find suitable habitat. That's what those are. Those are the fruiting bodies of, I'm pretty sure it's this moss, polytrichum. is interesting. Very dried out. Initial thought was reindeer moss. I don't know if there is any around here. Always thought reindeer moss was a little softer. Interesting. I don't think it's reindeer moss, but I don't know. There you go. The valley. Look at that. Incredible. Yeah, a little junco bouncing around in these bushes trying to, I don't know, talk me into giving it some food. I don't know. Let me get back to hiking. Some more of these flowers. There they are. That's in focus. Been seeing these for the last 100 yards. I have get a picture and I'll do a. There's that view again. Well, different angle, but same canyon. Oh, beautiful. Look at those clouds. I don't know. Looks kind of flat. On that ridge there. Looks like there might be a trail on it. I'm wondering if that's where I'm going down. I'm going to find out though. If I can look up here and see this. I don't know. I might be sweeping down around that way. So looking at the topo map and gut hooks, there is a trail. I think that's the Hughes Ridge Trail. And down and over there where it goes in the woods, that's where the shelter is. So the AT comes down somewhere here, and then the side trail to the shelter is down there. So that is a trail, but it's not part of the AT, but it does come up and meet the AT. All right, let me get onward, get to the shelter. Hopefully there's still at least a tent spot that's decent. There's that ridge. Shelter's probably somewhere in there. Well, watch this. That's at about a 70-degree or more pitch, that hillside. Trail was carved out. Look at this trail. How wide? Carved out of this rock wall. And we're in the spruces again. If you look on this stump, you can see all the pine cone scales They've been ripped apart by a squirrel or chipmunk. Probably a red squirrel. While they're eating. They're called middens. The leavings of them while they're eating. Showing you the rock face along the trail. But I noticed the drill marks. It was drilled by, who knows, steam during the CCC days? Who knows? Or is that part of road building for logging? Pretty interesting. Yep, there's another one right there.